Hi, my name is Mr. Exim and welcome to my EdTech channel where I show you how to get the most out of technology in the classroom. Now this video shows you all the little tips and tricks about how best to communicate with your class on Teams. The difference between conversations and announcements, how to use tags to create bespoke groups, and how to give out praise and loads more. So let's get started. Okay, so the main way to communicate is via posts. So I'm in the post tab of general, but also all my other channels do have a post section as well. So you want to post it in the relevant channel, and you go down here and you can just start typing. Now I could just type hello class like that and click post, and that's great. But if we look at the student perspective, so they haven't been notified that there's been a new piece of information there. When if I do that message again, but I use the @ okay, and I pick my class name, I could @ a particular student, or I could just start typing in the class name, and here they are, okay, and we try that message again. Okay, we can now hear there's a notification. We look at the students, it comes up notified, and it goes into their activity. So it's going to be much more likely to read if you use the @ function when you're writing a message. Going back to the teacher view, now if you've made a mistake, teachers can edit and delete, okay, but students, if they reply back, so the students replied back, okay, they don't have the option to delete or edit a message, okay. Now this is just so that they can't write anything abusive and then delete it and pretend like they didn't, alright. So it's useful there. Now so you can react to any message. If you hover over anything, you get the reactions here. Okay, and if we look back at the teacher view and we click our little 3 dots, we've got some more options as well. What I quite like is though using some of the extra formatting. So this is just to start a very quick conversation. If I click this little button at the bottom here, format, I get into a much more detailed way of being able to write a more comprehensive post. Okay, I can format it. I've got formatting options here, headings, bullet points, links. Okay, I can post it in multiple channels. If it's some important message that I want to go into general plus another topic, or I can post it in different channels. I can choose who can reply, and here is where I can switch between a conversation and an announcement. A conversation would just allow me to write my message, and it will start off a conversation. But the announcement option changes it to a different format, okay? So I can make this more of an announcement. I can choose an illustration here, okay? I can put a subheading in, and so that will be a little bit different. Again, remember to @ the set, so they get a notification. I can obviously attach files here. I can add emojis. There we go, and they can see that announcement and they can give it a thumbs up, okay, and I get a notification saying they've reacted to your message. So you can see how you can start to have good communication with your class. Now notice along here I've got some other icons as well. I've got GIFs, I've got stickers, I've also got this option here, praise, okay, which is quite a nice way to just reacting to students, someone who's done a particularly good job. Okay, thank you. I can give the name of the student in the class. Pretty simple, but it's just something a little bit different, another way to communicate there with particular students at an individual level. I've also added some other message extensions here. I've got Quizlet, I've got YouTube, I've got Wakelet, this one's the weather. So these are, you can do this by clicking on the little 3 dots here and adding further extensions, okay. For example, if I just wanted to add images, I've just added an image extension here for the messaging, and I can search for images and just add that, okay. There are ways of adding other content very quickly. You can search YouTube directly from within here and pick a YouTube video to post. I can add a Quizlet set. straight into Teams. So there's lots of ways of posting information to the post section here. Now in terms of communicating with specific groups of people, at the moment I've shown that you can @ the whole set. Okay, you can @ individuals if you wanted to just write a message to an individual, and you can also @ a channel. Okay, so it just specifically relates to that channel, and sometimes you might only have certain people as members of certain channels. But what's even better than this is using tags. Okay, so tags is a way of splitting up your class or your team into smaller subgroups. Maybe you've got a whole year group team and you want to split them up into different houses or different tutor groups. Maybe you've got a sports team and you want to split it up into defenders and attackers. You can split up your team into any groups you want. To do that, you click on the top here and you go manage tags. Okay, I'm going to create a tag here. We're going to give it a name. I'm just going to call it group 1. So maybe this is for a class project, and I'm going to add these 2 students here into this tag. So now I've got that group. Okay, I can see who's in there. Now when I go back to my post section, if I can now @ that particular group, so if I send that message to group 1, then those members are going to get that message. Okay, it will be on the general posts, everyone will see that, but only that group will get notified. They'll get a notification. It's really important to use these notifications so they get them on their phone. Now chat is another option. Okay, chat is more like a way of having almost sort of WhatsApp style conversations, really quick, easy to set up little chat groups, add people in, very quickly meet with them using the video call or audio call, or do a quick screen share with them. So it's a really quick way of communicating. Now it depends on your administrator and the level that you're working at. But for example, in my school, we've turned chat off for students. We don't want them sending these instant messages to each other constantly the whole time when they should necessarily be working. If you need to communicate with students that you work with, then they'll be in a team with you. So you can use the official way of doing that through posts. And we don't want students just contacting teachers in chat groups and sending these instant, very quick, informal messages. We still want students to be able to use email properly in terms of formal communication with teachers who they're not necessarily in a smaller group with, like a team or a class. Okay, so final few tips and tricks here. I quite like this one. So here I've asked the class, what topic should we study next? Students replied evolution. I think actually, why don't I do a quick poll for the class and find out what they want? And I can do that just by clicking on the 3 dots here, go to more actions and do create a new poll. And this will use Microsoft Forms, and I can just add in my options here. Click next and I can click send. And it's put this quick little poll in there straight for the class to respond to. I can go to the student view. They can see that they've got this here, and they can see what the current responses are. So this student wants evolution. Click submit. So a really nice way of quickly gauging the opinion of your class through Teams. Another nice little feature is being able to get an email address for this channel. Sometimes, let's say your head of department has sent you some really important information that you need to share with your class. Now, you could go into them, find that email and copy and paste that information. If it doesn't contain any private information, obviously, if it's just information for the class, then you can just get an email address and forward that email on. How do we get the email address? We go up here to the top and you can go get email address. You can get this for each individual channel if you want. This will go to the general channel. I can then copy that email address and forward the email I've got to there, and it will just appear in this particular channel. I'm going to paste in that email address. Let's just do test for now. Okay, and here's the email. It shows it's come up as an email, shows where the email address it came from. Okay, and it says test. So it's a quick way of being able to link sort of email system to your Teams. And just do remember to finish off that when you @ a particular student, the whole class will see that message. It's just that student who'll get the notification. So what you're doing by using the @ is you're determining who is going to be getting notified about that information. But that information is on the public area.
So there you go. Hopefully now you will know exactly how best to get your message across to the right people. Although there are always some who start a new thread by mistake instead of hitting reply. Anyway, I've got loads of other great videos on Teams, including how to use assignments, files, meetings, and class notebooks, so be sure to check them out on my channel. For now though, I hope that was useful, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. See you next time.